All right, guys, let's start off with the good news. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Today is FOMC meeting day, so that means that at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, the Federal Reserve is going to announce the most recent interest rate hike. It is to be expected that the Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates by 1/4 basis points, 0.25%. If they raise it anything more, market will sell off. If they raise it anything less, market will most likely rally. If they raise it 1/4 basis points, then again, we'll let the market decide what it actually ends up doing. A lot of this is going to be based off of not just the actual report itself, that's the initial reaction, but we've said it so many times before, there's a second reaction, and that's when Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, begins to speak at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. He's going to be answering questions from reporters, and I can almost reassure you there's going to be three main focuses. The first one is the debt ceiling. Time is running out, and they need to come up with a solution. Are they going to extend the debt ceiling? Again, only Jerome Powell is going to be able to answer that question. The second thing is, do they have any intention of slowing down with the up-and-coming interest rate hikes? And the last thing is, well, really two other things. Are we entering a recession? And what's going on with these freaking banks, these regional banks that are showing signs of failure, right? 3 more banks yesterday dropped more than 20% that are publicly traded and needed to be halted by the stock market. This is not good. This is bringing concern, right, to the overall banking crisis that supposedly, according to the last FOMC meeting, banks were sound and resilient, but based off of what is happening and what just happened with First Republic and JP Morgan needing to acquire it, things don't look as resilient as they originally led them out to be, right? So will this only encourage them to slow down with the rate hikes, to not put more banks in hot water, or are they going to stay the course with the fight against inflation? Again, only time will tell. Our job is not to predict the future. Our job is to prepare for it. So again, my recommendation for any beginner out there, watch your position size today. Do not overtrade. And if you suck at risk management, avoid trading today. Today is going to be very volatile, quick changes of direction, and today is not a day that's designed for complete beginners. Please respect that. Respect yourself enough that you don't put yourself in an environment that you are simply not ready for. Without further ado, Apple stock, huge rally this morning. We talked about it during my live trading session today. It rallied very strong, but just like anything, when it rallies and then when it peaks, right? It's not rocket science. Look at this on the 4-hour time frame. We'll look at it on the 30-minute time frame. We've peaked at that 170 before, so it's not much of a surprise that once it does peak and it begins to pull on back based off of Apple's market cap, it's going to bring the rest of the market down with it. The same thing with Amazon. It did a beautiful job rallying, which is great, but this is almost like a bull trap, right? We rally, it gets a lot of people excited. They don't understand the idea of when something rallies, and if it doesn't continue to rally and then it begins to correct itself, then it will bring the rest of the market down with it, depending on its market cap. Apple, Amazon, both companies in the $1 trillion market cap. Now Tesla in the hundreds of billions. A lot of consolidation here, looking very overbought, but it's not selling off as much as Apple or Amazon, but still showing signs of a resistance. And if this thing sells off, then again, it's only going to bring the market down with it. Today is going to be a very choppy day. I can't make that more clear than what it is. We've experienced this so many times, so much choppiness, so much consolidation. Today is a great day for experienced scalpers or for those that stay super patient until the report actually is released and direction is more clear. Today is not a day to be greedy. Today is not a day to consider, oh, I just want to make an additional 10 cents or 20 cents per share. Today is a day where when there's indication of a resistance, you lock in profits. If there's a break of pattern, you manage risk. You hold yourself accountable. If you're not experienced enough for that, do yourself a favor and simply don't trade today. Conditions are just not favorable for you. Without further ado, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 p.m. is when Jerome Powell is going to speak. You need to be prepared. Do something now about your position if you don't want to, experience something that you are not ready for. So if you have any questions about what's to happen today, if this is your first time ever experiencing an FOMC meeting, feel free to send me a direct message via Discord. I'd love to be of value for you. I'd love to answer any beginner questions for you. And that's the first link in the description down below. Again, I will be hosting our live trading session tomorrow. If you guys want to be able to watch me trade live, I work with one team and one team only, and that's our LPP team. And that's that second link in the description down below. We're running our biggest sell right now, and we'd love to give you access to our live session. Also, don't forget to enter our GTR giveaway, and that's that fourth link in the description down below. It ends in just a few days. Appreciate your time. Hope that we're in a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.